think Mom would have liked the blues ending. So I don't want anybody to get wet. Thank you so much for coming.
Oh, I'm okay. Oh, for Katie. Katie, come on in here.
So my mom was raised in a Bible church in the middle of the country, like a lot of people. She was a church organist, but we weren't really affiliated formally with church, so we decided to do this sort of casual service here. And in August we'll be having another service with her friends that are flying in from around the country, a lot of music teachers. So if you'd like to be a part of that, you're obviously welcome to that too. So I just have a couple of readings that I think are meaningful to my mom and to me and hopefully to you. And I'm not going to speak too extemporaneously because I'm having a little trouble focusing. But when my dad was buried here, I couldn't even get out of the car. So I think I'm making some progress. So I'm just going to read. Nothing you love is lost. Not really. Things, people, they always go away, sooner or later. You can't hold them any more than you can hold moonlight. That makes me think of Moonlight Sonata, which she used to play all the time. But if they touched you, if they're inside you, then they're still yours. The only things you ever really have are the ones you hold inside your heart. And I just want to mention that the boys are videotaping because of our family that's across the country that see it. So this is our friend Gail Lumpkin, who's my mother's very dear friend, one of many, but she wanted to say a few words. So
I met Marilyn over 25 years ago, and she was teaching workshops at Hart School of Music in Hartford, Connecticut. And I graduated from Hart, and I taught music in Hartford, and I'm still teaching music in Hartford. And she gave me the opportunity to take workshops from her for, 5, 6, 7, 8 years at least. And I learned so much from her, and she was so giving. And I used to go to the conferences, the MENC conferences and the ORF conferences with her, and because her feet were bothering her, and I helped carry her stuff.
Aww.
And there's a book up here. She wrote a book with Bob McGrath, from the music teacher on Sesame Street, and it was presented in Washington D.C. For the first time. And we were there for the conference, and after we were there for a day or two, my sister came in with my niece, and I told her to meet me in Marilyn's room. She knocked on the door, we opened the door, and Marilyn was on the phone. And she says, "Oh, Christina," my niece. She says, "Oh, come here, Bob, this is Christina. Say hi to Christina." Gave Christina the phone and talked to Bob for at least 25, 30 minutes. And it was like, it was so wonderful. She was always sharing. And of course Bob was wonderful as well. And he was the keynote speaker for the event. And he and Marilyn were also doing a workshop on this book. And after he finished his speech, I went up to him, I said, "Bob, this is Christina. You spoke to her on the phone this morning." "Oh, Christina, come, let's get a picture." And she had that picture on her refrigerator for several years. The kids would come in to visit her, and they were like so surprised that, "How do you know Bob?" So she was very sharing. She introduced me to so many wonderful musicians and music teachers from all over the United States. Everybody knew Marilyn. So yeah, I'm sure you have read her obituary, and you can see all the work she has done for music teachers, and I especially, she's in my heart, and I used to talk to her all the time.
Thank you. A lot of hugging today. Would anyone else like to share? No pressure. I just want to thank everybody for being here. So my mother was one of 6 children. 5 of them were music teachers, and 4 of them were church organists. Yeah. So as you might imagine, they had a lot of time singing together with their family. I am not going to try to sing this song, but I'm going to read the words to their family prayer that she would sing with her brothers and sisters and her parents and cousins and nieces and nephews. Dear Lord, kind Lord, gracious Lord, I pray, thou wilt look on all I love tenderly today. Sorry. Weave their hearts of weariness, scatter every care, down a wake of angel wings, winnowing the air. Bring unto the sorrowing all release from pain. Let the lips of laughter overflow again. And with all the needy, oh, divide, I pray, this vast treasure of content that is mine today. I think that at the August celebration, we will probably try to sing that. There will be people that can sing and play the piano. The last thing I want to read, because working as a hospice nurse, I hear this all the time, this poem, and I use it to teach families and patients, but it really, you're so sweet. I think this really is what I would like to say to my mom and to everyone here. It's a poem called Gone From My Sight, and it helps me understand what dying is, because people have so much knowledge, like I'm pointing to this, but she's not there. People have so much knowledge and talents, and I always wonder, where does it go? And I'm not a minister, so I'm not going to carry on about that, but that's my big question. I was talking to my friends about, where does all that go? I guess you leave it here as much as you can, like writing a book. You know, leave it for the next people. Yeah, I guess. I'm standing upon the seashore, gone from my sight. A ship at my side spreads her white sails to the morning breeze and starts for the blue ocean. She is an object of beauty and strength. I stand and watch her until at length she hangs like a speck of white cloud just where the sea and sky come to mingle with each other. Then someone at my side says, "There, she is gone." Gone where? Gone from my sight, that is all. She is just as large in mast and hull and spar as she was when she left my side, and she is just as able to bear her load of living freight to her destined port. Her diminished size is in me, not in her. And just at the moment when someone at my side says, "There, she is gone," there are other eyes watching her coming, and other voices ready to take up the glad shout, "Here she comes!" And that is dying. I hope. And I know many people read the story about the deer that I wrote on Facebook. I didn't really know about the deer till after I saw it. I went outside after I knew my mother was gone to call the hospice nurses to come to the house. And up the hill, this deer was just standing there looking at me. And I wish I'd snapped a picture. But later when I went to tell my neighbor, who's 101, that my mother had passed away, I lost the coin toss on that. She told me that the deer had been meaningful to my mother, that she thought that it meant my father was coming for her. Yeah, so got chills down my spine when I heard that, and I'm a pretty realistic person. Virgos, you know, we like everything to be sensible, but I felt that connection's too close. That had to be him coming for her. So, and then my nephew pointed out that the Davidson family crest has a stag on it. So thank you to Peter for that insight. So I think that made all of us feel better. So, is there anything else that anyone wants to say?
Driving here, I was getting off the highway, there was a deer on the side road, standing there looking at us.
giraffes were her favorite animal, but I don't think we're going to see very many.
If one walks by, I'm out of here.
Elizabeth works at the Bronx.
Yeah.